Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. E3, which was once the gaming industry's biggest convention, has been permanently shut down. And I am not at all surprised by this after the in-person convention that had been scheduled to occur this past June was cancelled, as I had reported in a video that I had released back in April. Gaming companies simply don't need a convention like E3 any longer to promote their products. When E3 was founded back in 1995, the internet was still in its infancy, so big, flashy conventions with booth babes to announce upcoming games and gaming equipment was a financially worthwhile investment for gaming companies to spend their money on. But that's no longer the case today, especially when the cost of operating a large booth at a convention is probably a seven-figure number for something that only exists for a few days, when gaming companies can just do their own announcements and let gamers try out beta versions of games by downloading them. Conventions are expensive propositions for both the companies that have used them to promote their products and for people who purchase increasingly expensive tickets to attend, as well as all of the other associated costs like lodging, transportation, and food. And I personally know what it's like setting up a booth at a convention. It's a lot of work that costs a lot of money that doesn't necessarily lead to the desired results. But while I haven't personally attended a convention since before the pandemic, of the final ones that I did attend, none of them were particularly interesting, and that's one of the main reasons why I stopped going to them. But let's dive into this article published by Variety yesterday. E3 is shutting down for good. It's game over for the Electronic Entertainment Expo, better known as E3. The Entertainment Software Association, the video game trade group that ran the convention, announced Tuesday that E3, which first launched in 1995, is winding down. In a statement, the trade group said, quote, "After more than 2 decades of hosting an event that has served as a central showcase for the US and global video game industry, the Entertainment Software Association, also known as the ESA, has decided to bring E3 to a close, but ESA remains focused on advocating for ESA member companies and the industry workforce who fuel positive cultural and economic impact every day," unquote. E3 was cancelled in 2020 because of the coup, and the in-person version of the show never recovered. ESA held an all-virtual E3 in June 2021 before it was cancelled entirely in 2022 and 2023 after the conference struggled to attract exhibitors. In what turned out to be the final bid to revive the game's expo, ESA last year formed a partnership to produce E3 2023 with ReedPop, which is the event production company behind PAX, New York Comic Con, Star Wars Celebration, and other events. I have attended a few conventions managed by ReedPop in the past, and I was never impressed with them because they were all essentially soulless cash grabs in my opinion. In 2019, the last time E3 was held in person, the convention drew 66,100 attendees according to the ESA. But even before the pandemic, E3 was losing steam. Jeff Keighley, who is the founder of the Game Awards and claims that he had attended every E3 since the first one, also launched Summer Game Fest in 2020. Before E3 2020 was cancelled, Keighley said he was not participating in the expo because he believes that in-person events don't serve gaming fans, developers, or publishers as well as online events can. And I think that he was ultimately proven right. On social media, E3 posted a farewell message that read, quote, "After more than 2 decades of E3, each one bigger than the last, the time has come to say goodbye. Thanks for the memories," unquote. In many ways, E3 is the victim of the industry that it was designed to promote. Video game consoles come and go, as do the video games that run on them. As with anything connected to the electronics and software industries, obsolescence is pretty much unavoidable. And that's what happened to E3. It became obsolete and has now been relegated to the past. Those who attended E3 can reminisce on its past glories and the hijinks with the booth babes, as well as the coverage that the now twice defunct G4 TV used to broadcast 2 decades ago. That eventually led to this.
Sexism in gaming.
Talk to him, Frost!
Rest in peace, E3. Thanks for watching today, and a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.